Welcome back to more Guild Wars 2. This time we're tackling a little bit of the Nightmare Court. They've apparently made their way out of the Sylvari starting area and are bugging the people out here. Most of these people are sadly Asura, which means we have no choice but to help them. Even if they do call us salads and celeries and all manner of planty names that we really aren't. But that's the Asura, I guess. Still doesn't make me want to help them, but where we need to go is through this little dark cave. It's called Joy's End, the location, and I don't know why, but it doesn't point out where Joy's End is, which makes it a little harder to discover than you would think. Fortunately, these little jungle worms have gotten a little stronger than last time, but they don't last awfully long. And even if they did, they're still jungle worm hatchlings. They're not that powerful. Now, we can fill up our little meter by killing the worms, as you saw earlier, and confirmed there, opening those flowers, or getting all the way up here and getting rid of the Nightmare Court, which literally means killing them. That's really it. The dogs even count. Which, they didn't give them any abilities either, which is quite sad. That might be a little missed opportunity on RenaNet's part, but they're not hard, and never have been. Just one more person to kill. And I think it's going to be that person in the house to the left. Probably just barely saw them. The only reason I saw them is because they smacked me. Now, hiding in this house means the worm can't get to us. But that was an easy, straightforward quest. Now we're heading out to go to the next quest. I spent quite a lot of time actually trying to get to that event, and I think we're going to be heading in that general direction anyway. Not only because there's civilization over there, but it is a dynamic event, and doing dynamic events is kind of half the point of the game. They're useful, little helpful additional things. And there's the Unseen Hunter. He's a little hard, but not too hard.
I still feel compelled to be here. Perhaps this creature wasn't hunting alone.
Then we return to the camp and warn them before anyone else is harmed.
Now, we'll see a lot of Asura out this way, and that is because this is where their starting area and the Sylvari starting area merge. And I'm tempted to run an alternate character as an Asura, say, engineer or something like that. But it's something I've been throwing around, but it would not be on camera. That character would be for my own pleasure. And I'm having quite a fun playing as Aerthin, so just trying to figure out where that scout was I saw. I knew I saw him on the minimap down this way, which is why it wasn't too much of a problem for me to come this way. Now, as you'd expect, he's on the main road, so we'll have to do that. That merchant appeared out of nowhere. They tend to come and go, depending on the dynamic event in the area. As you would expect a real merchant to. It's actually pretty nice overall. But over here, on this wonderful floating bridge that floats because magic. And we're going to ignore that dynamic event that appeared because I actually died to it.
To the north you can see Mount Nashington. There the Skritt have made the most extraordinary community. They have creative pursuits and have begun to dabble in ranching. They even defend themselves against the very dark elements many of us have come here to fight. I can't help but feel that it's important to support such curious creatures.
That is a very valid point. But back to the main hub of the area, we're going to be heading north. What's north? Well, this is actually where the quests are. There's also some in Mount Nashington, as she successfully showed, and we'll be heading there eventually. Now, as I've explained previously, we'll be ignoring vistas and skill points, and you'll get those eventually in stride. Continuing to head north, and we're gonna run across something up here. Hey, it's a little spider. He didn't last long. Apparently there's this tree at the Sylvari Revere, and it's just up ahead. It's up that hill. Might get to see it. Now, we can kill the spiders. We can also kill these termites. Not like they're hard either. That's another way to gain some of that wonderful quest completion. Another one, which is actually fairly common in the area, is reviving downed NPCs. And the last one that we can do, that I have found, is killing the Nightmare Court. Not like they're hard, but they have some skill. There's a point of interest up here. You always want to grab those. Those help towards map completion. And I'm thinking you could probably do something with the prisoners, but I actually don't know what. So, just gotta kill this courtier here. And I'm thinking you could set the prisoners free, but since the quest is done, they won't actually let me do that. What I will do is revive that NPC.
Severe weather warning.
That was just one of the more interesting quotes from a playable character. Severe weather warning as you summon a severe weather. But I think we're going to head to Mount Nashington, I think it's called. Yes, Nashington. To help the wonderful little Skritt. But first, there's a point of interest over here. And that's where we want to go. Again, I don't know why the tree's revered, but it is. I'm also not sure why there's a horrible frame rate in this area, but again, for some reason, recording frame rate and physical frame rate are about anywhere from 40 to 30 frames apart, and I don't know why. In any case, Mount Nashington is where the story last time took place, and I'm gonna kill the Moa to get my variety up. It's not very nice to have to do it, but where else are you going to find 15 different kinds of enemies unless you attack some yellow enemies? Yeah, this looks very familiar, doesn't it? It should. Now, we're also going to run across a dynamic event, a storied dynamic event. As you can see, Skritsburg Center is locked. That is an actual settlement.
Danger! Near the gate!
And it locks frequently as the enemies come in, specifically the Destroyers and Nightmare Court. Now, we also have quests, and as you could expect, completing the quests helps open the dynamic event. But these faulty turrets are one of the things you can do to help with this quest. They're not tough at all. But I decided I was going to take out that turret and then notice the dynamic event. And if I wanted to get to Skritsburg, I had no other choice but to get in here. Now, what we can do to help get rid of the Nightmare Court is, as this little Sura is showing us, free prisoners and kill Nightmare Court.
Thanks. This is bad, 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 bad.
And this also, I believe, helps with the quest as well. And as you can see, that was simple and straightforward. Now, because I came in the middle of it, I did not get the quest completed. We'll be back to complete that quest. So I'm going to go in, and this is going to be a running theme from here on out, doing quests a level weaker than the recommended level. I don't recommend this at all. It makes the game very hard, but who doesn't like a little bit of challenge every now and then? You'll see. Oh, you will see in later upcoming videos. Oh. Fortunately, I cut out any death that may occur. Fortunately, I did have that skill immunity to pain, and that was very helpful. Now, another thing we can do, I'm not sure if this is probably just for the dynamic event. Healing Skritt and killing spiders. And as far as I can tell, that's pretty much all there is, other than killing destroyers. Which is what gave me the massive percentage I have already.
King will be happy. No danger, no burning, nothing bad near the gate. Yes.
Now, in here, I'm going to... Apparently there are destroyers still around. Fortunately, they're not big, and they're not bad at all. Apparently using Skritt weapons also helps, but there weren't any good, really, skills on them. It's either you throw it or you smack it. It really is quite useless. But, yeah, you kill destroyers, you revive Skritt. Fairly simple quest, actually. But we have to go back and finish that other quest. Which there was more to do. Oh, those wheels are the gates, and yes, those will actually lock, and then you can't get in. But back here, there's some things we can do that I did not show. Killing some grubs, and lighting torches. Now these bats are going to be a bit of a pain in my neck. For probably good reason. What's really annoying about them is they will evade, and when they go curling up into the air, you have no ability to hit them. Unless you're using some type of ranged attack. Of which I don't have many, so... I was actually fairly fortunate to survive there. And then the grubs decided they didn't like me and decided they wanted to breathe fire on me. That was very mean of them, I must say. Now, I'm going to use Vengeance, probably. Actually, no, I didn't even have to do that. Now, there is apparently a place you can turn in grub meat, which is apparently, yeah, those slices of grub meat. I never did figure out where, so they did end up getting tossed. Now, that's the next quest we're going to be heading to, but that'll be a next video. I think we're going to head towards Skritsburg. If my memory serves. Next time. See ya.